Well, the budget forecasts already include a reasonably negative outlook for Europe. Of course, you don't know whether that could unfold into some full-blown crisis or not, but the basis of the budget forecasts is pretty conservative. And, Europe has shown that, demonstrated up to now, that when they get in real trouble, they're generally able to make decisions to keep things on track. So that will get tested over the next month or so.
Is it frustrating that you just not being given any room to move with these types of crises that are coming along?
Well, I think it's frustrating for everybody. People, of course, have aspirations to get ahead, and they read the stuff in the news that doesn't help their confidence. But we're in reasonable shape for moderate growth, and we're in reasonable shape to weather any particularly bad events that might occur.
Could I just ask you about investor confidence? ASB survey this morning showing that a return to the property market is starting to happen for investors. That's not what you wanted, was it? I mean, your budgets over the last few years have been about trying to rebalance growth, get people investing in businesses. Is it disappointing that there is a return to bricks and mortar?
Well, look, I think you've got people out there faced with very low interest rates on deposits, uncertainty generated by this hot news from offshore, and in the property market, house prices have actually been now relatively flat for 3 or 4 years, and we do actually need some activity in that market. We've got we've got concerns about the supply of new housing. There's been such low investor confidence. We've had record lows in new building of houses. So we do need to see the property market pick up a bit, but I don't think there's any risk of people getting carried away.
But isn't that the whole problem? Money flooding into the economy, boosting the currency, and then hurting our exports?
Well, no, I think there has been a problem, but I don't think it's going to be a problem over the next year or two. We actually do need the property market to pick up because there hasn't been enough new building to keep up with the demands. You're going to see a big push in Christchurch. You're seeing some pressure in Auckland, pushing rents up. So a bit more investment in property at the moment is not a bad thing.
So you're seeing prices going up?
Well, no, a bit more investment in property wouldn't be a bad thing because there's a demonstrable shortfall in the amount of new building. So you want it back to normal, and that would actually, if that lifts people's confidence a bit more, it's okay.
This is your fourth budget. How would you rate it with the other three?
Well, it hasn't actually happened yet.
Well, okay. Well, you've written it clearly. You're not going to change your mind now, are you?
No, we're not changing your mind now. Look, look, this is just another step down the same track with the national-led government, and that is pretty considered and balanced. We've had to deal with some difficult circumstances, but we've taken a longer-term view to focus on lifting our prospects for the economy, at the same time as dealing with whatever the world's thrown at us. And we've struck a pretty good balance so far, and the fourth budget will do the same.
What size of contraction is the Treasury expecting in Europe over the next few years?
Well, look, we can talk about that on Thursday, but I think they're reflecting consensus views about what's likely to happen in Europe. But I think there's an expectation, which has now been realised, that Europe could find itself back in recession. The UK is going back into recession. Those things aren't a big surprise.
And this basic broadening measure, the new basic broadening measure, how much are you expecting to raise annually with this?
Well, we'll again talk about that on Thursday, but we've maintained a consistent approach to both tightening the testing tightening the criteria for income assistance. So we made quite a significant change in, say, student allowances from 1 January, and at the same time maintaining the tax base. So we haven't taken any big steps, but quite a lot of smaller ones which ensure fairness. That's really important across the tax system, as well as maintaining the unit.